Hello everybody, I am Conquering History Games, and welcome to a new campaign on the channel. This is Equestria at War version 1.3.6.1, Ponies at the Ready. And it's time to finally get away for a while from communism in this game, because it feels like I've been playing communism for ages. And we are going to be playing the Firtree villages here, which, I want to check something. Game rules. Okay. Okay, I was just making sure that something wasn't there. So we're going to be playing with Firtree Villages, and at the same time that this video went up, there should also be a Farbrook Part 1 that has gone up, because these are two nations that I've had recommended to me, and they both, I basically I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do, so I decided to just do them both, and then depending on which one is getting more views on Part 1, which one people are more engaged in, that's the one I'm going to prioritize uploading the new episodes for. That's not to say that I'm going to abandon one series or the other. I'm just saying that that one will be prioritized. So this is actually the second time that I've played this, or I should say I've started up this this particular campaign as the Firtree Villages, because I made a mistake and didn't get on the path that I wanted to get on. So it's going to be done properly this time. It should be fun. So I am going to still read, though, again, most of these events. Although if you I might skip some if you want every single word, read them yourself or something. You can pause it, but just for the sake of moving forward. Now, let's at least explain what Firtree Villages is. Firtrees is a small collection of villages in the northeast of the Griffonian continent. Bone Drift, the largest village, typically dominates the affairs of the realm. The council of each tribe's chieftain convenes once every 3 months to discuss matters and address problems that are too large for one village to handle. Firtrees is an isolated place covered in deep forests. The ponies here ignore almost everything that happens outside their borders, and even the bandits of the Sunstriker clan rarely bother to raid them. So little is there here. Magic is strictly regulated, and only members of the Sacred Order are allowed to cast spells. Any illegal spellcasting is strictly punished by any means up to and including exile. In the wildlands of the north, being made an exile and outlaw is tantamount to a death sentence, making this punishment doubly horrifying. While some ponies regard this as unfair, it is one of the reasons why our nation has been stable and peaceful for so long. In 1007, Firtrees still seems peaceful, and ominous rumblings can be heard. The chieftain of the Coldmouth clan has died with no living heirs, and there is a major dispute over who will succeed him. Some mention that Shinespark, his daughter, may still live, but she was exiled years ago for advancing dangerous theories. We were almost certain that she had died, but there have been rumblings that she may still live. If she does, then it is likely that she will return, and then she will have to be dealt with, whether peacefully or by force. Will life in Firtrees continue as normal or change irrevocably? Only time will tell. Behind all of this, strange lights are seen in the deep woods, and strange dreams have been plaguing the seers. Possible that the forest spirits have woken. Alright, mechanics and stuff, if you want to know that, go check out my Introduction to Equestria War video. Moving on. We have to go over national spirits. There's mass literacy, pretty standard for the continent. Magic is being suppressed, which is lowering daily fascist support, as well as increasing our magical weapons research time. There is the Golden Horn disruption. The secret society known as the Golden Horns have been engaging in thefts and other civil disturbances in recent months, disturbing our peaceful society. From our investigations, it seems that they may be working for the exiled mage Shinespark. This is worrying, but so far it hasn't devolved into anything extreme. You have a tribal army, which basically does a bunch of bad things. Especially, look at the infantry equipment. It lowers the reliability and increases production costs. Are you kidding me? Alright, moderate army influence, moderate army loyalty. Right now this does nothing, but there's various other things, bonuses or negatives that can take as this change. Jizz. So we're going to have some early on events, and we're not actually able to take any focuses except for these ones over here. So we're going to first regularize recruitment practices, which is gonna give us a higher army influence and fix a little bit of the tribal army bad stuff, but just to kind of get things going a little bit more. Let's also load up on infrastructure, and this is our teeny tiny army. We have more generals than we have divisions. It's pretty awful. There we go. And we only have rifles. We only have one research slot, so I can't take anything. I'm not allowed to, except for muzzle loading guns. We have to research guns before we do anything else. Alright, go to 5 speed, and we're off. A lot of events coming our way. Non-historical AI on, of course, so we can see what sort of fun things happen around the world. Maybe we'll get a civil war. Maybe Sombra will come back. He seems to be coming back a lot. Frontier. Alright, Shinespark's return. So it begins. The notorious mage Shinespark was exiled from Firtree for her controversial opinions about the direction of our society. We presumed that she would surely perish in the wilds, but she did not, and claims to have learned much during her exile. She has even gathered a cadre of like-minded followers and has now returned to her ancestral home. Her father, the chief of the Coldmouth tribe, had no other living relatives, and with his recent death she has taken up his mantle as chief. The ponies of her tribe have rallied around her. While she hasn't consolidated her power in her tribe yet, it seems that we may have to listen to her opinions again at the next clan council. Maybe time has mellowed the insanity of her youth. Right, so we have some stuff here, army of Firtree villages, that basically modifies their influence and loyalty. We're not gonna get too into that, at least not for a while. Next clan council. By tradition, the clan council meets once every 3 months to discuss issues affecting every pony in Firtree. However, this meeting seems set to be especially tense as Shinespark, newly appointed chiefess of Coldmouth, presents her reformist agenda. On her travels, she has journeyed to the frozen north, the Riverlands to the south, and even the Empire of the Griffins to the west. She rails against many of our traditional institutes, claiming they are unfit to guide us through the new age. Eventually, she claims some pony will come for us if we don't protect ourselves. She also blames our conservatism for the fact that we are far more backwards than the river ponies, despite sharing a closer border with the powerful and advanced Griffin Empire than they do. What lunacy. Check some stuff here. Okay. Okay. First argument, agriculture and industry. The first point that Shinespark and her faction have brought up is the issue of agriculture. The mage claims that our traditional ways of growing crops will not suffice us in the modern world, and that ponies and griffins elsewhere have devised ways to grow far more food far more efficiently. She also argues for the building of what she calls industry, on the grounds that it will enable us to produce the kind of goods a modern country needs. While most ponies didn't fully comprehend what she said, the idea of more food is certainly appealing, and Shinespark has managed to gather some support for this proposal. We're going to go with Shinespark on everything, because we're gonna do the Shinespark path, or I should say, start on them, because then her paths can split. I'm gonna be trying to go down a very specific one. All right, recruitment practices are done. Whoops, almost selected something there. Now we're going to get paid soldiers, because they're just militia. So that's going to give me more daily political power, although it's already pretty good, 1.14 a day. Second argument, the army. Shinespark has been abroad for a long time and has seen the armies of the more advanced nations. She claims that our disorganized militia-style army is ill-suited to face even the armies of the river ponies, let alone the warlike griffins. She offers a more centralized, better disciplined army. Many other chieftains oppose her and advocate for smaller improvements to the current system instead, so as not to upset the system of clan loyalty and tribal allegiance. We're doing great army. Moving along. Coup attempt in Lake City. How'd that go? Final argument, status of magic. Basically, Shinespark thinks that it should be fine if you're a unicorn to use magic and you have to be part of the order. So this is going to get rid of our magic suppressed thing here. I agree with Shinespark, the custom does more harm than good. Or with spirit vigor. A new order. After much debate, the council has decided to implement each one of Shinespark's reforms. She has been elected majority leader of the clan council and has assumed charge over the government. In her victory speech, Shinespark promised swift and wide-ranging reform to the archaic systems of Firtree. However, despite the halls filling with the cheers of her supporters, the traditionalists aren't taking this well. Violence against known Golden Horde members has already been reported, and it seems likely that the Sacred Order will refuse to accept the Council's decisions. Those who stand in the way of the locomotive of progress will be crushed by it. And just like that, we're the Firtree Magocracy. There she is, Shinespark herself. So now that is done, I'm actually wondering, do I want to stop the... No. gonna keep this going here because you guys can predict what's gonna happen. Try to get this out. Civil War. Shinespark's victory in the council has angered conservative and traditionalist elements in fir trees. Now things have come to a boiling point. Unable to accept the new status quo, armies of reactionaries have risen up, determined to defend their way of life. They will not drag us back into the past. So, there's now civil war on. Give it a second. Warriors rise. Shinespark has returned, and the peaceful land of fir trees has been torn asunder by civil war. Shinespark's golden horns have risen up, terrorizing families and tribes into submission. While bands of warriors loyal to Elder Arrowith muster to meet their challenge. We'll win this war. Okay, so we're just going to take our 3 here. We're immediately going to put them there. Go, 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 go. The first sisters of the Golden Horn go straight for Silverfall. Actually, we will have one of you come here to Coldmouth. Let's see, I think they'll have 2 divisions. Yep, they're going to leave Silverfall open. In the south, they're going to die. And now we could go state-provided weaponry, yeah, to get that 300% bonus on infantry equipment, which will be good after going with this. Or it could be used for the one after it as well, but in any case, it's good stuff to have. Right, got Silver Falls, too easy, too easy. Looks like both of the divisions went to the north. No problem. Easy civil war. Now, fighting has subsided. At last, the civil war is over. Warrior ponies who rose up to fight for their homes and for their future have eagerly laid down their arms and returned to civilian life. Hopefully, they will not be needed. I now have no divisions. Try to get a couple going. And I'm going to improve the workers' conditions the instant I'm able to because, well, let's just say there's going to be some bad stuff. Well, there's stuff we're going to be chasing away from. Sign up today. Recent upswell. This is going to cut a recurring event. The recent upswelling of patriotic fervor has convinced many young stallions to abandon their idle ways and their civilian lives to enlist in the military. This surplus of talent could be put straight into the front lines, or we could send them to less exciting but equally necessary jobs in the administration of our armed forces. Paper pushing may not be glorious, but it is necessary, so we're going to do that. And we are going to improve the workers' conditions, and then in a minute here, we will integrate the militia. Our great leader has had services of a force of loyal militia for several years now. Incorporating them into our official military structure would improve our army's loyalty while also rewarding our loyal subjects. That's going to give me a few bonuses, the most important of which is going to be the power gain. Alright, into civil war. Through much bloodshed, the strife within our country has finally come to an end. Hopefully now we can have a chance for peace. So we're moving really quickly here. I'm not even halfway through the episode, and we're past the civil war and all sorts of stuff. Okay, this is sort of the key thing here. We're going to pursue an isolationist policy. This does not mean we're not going to be conquering people. It's actually quite the opposite, as you will see. Just bear with me for these first couple of episodes. We have decided that external influence can only be a bad thing for our country. We will close our borders, trying to keep out all corrupting presences. Actually, before I do that, let's start on rapid industrialization. There is no ignoring the fact that we are a backward nation, poor and weak. We will never be able to realize our dreams if we remain as we are. We must modernize and industrialize the nation, whether the people want it or not. So if things go below 15% stability, that's the ticker I'm now on. If it goes below that, I'm going to be in trouble. So we obviously have to keep it above it, and it actually will be a bit of a struggle. Because there's tons and tons of things in the focuses here as we go down that directly cost us stability. So for example, bringing in foreign experts, which is the thing I'm going to do first before we go over here to isolationist policy, is that's immediately going to take away, that's going to take away 5% stability. That's 5%, and then there's a lot of these are events, and some of them are a lot worse than 15%. Alright, pre-industrial artillery, let's just keep rocking it, baby. We have guns now. A victory terrible to behold. Despite their utter rejection of her, Shinespark has proven herself stronger than the forces that sought to hold her back. The Golden Horns have begun rounding up all those who oppose their glorious leader. Peace is slowly beginning to return to fir trees. Despite this, Shinespark's behavior has begun to trouble some of those dearest to her. The particularly harsh and cruel methods of execution demanded of the treasonous soldiers was bad enough, but now she has begun to lash out even at her closest friends and confidants. She has become paranoid, convinced that everyone is capable and willing to betray her to the reactionaries. As her actions grow wilder, many worry for the fate of fir trees. Where is the idealistic young leader that advocated so passionately for change? Whispers begin to circulate. Some speak of the mental strain caused by the Civil War. Others claim that her lover tried to personally betray her to the enemy, while yet others claim that the Sacred Order placed a curse of madness on her with their dying breath. Dark times may be ahead. Perhaps she just got out of the wrong side of the bed. Now we have the Civil War aftermath that we are dealing with. Okay. Flipping right along here. The Deep Wood. Shinespark's dreams have been troubled of late. The trauma of the Civil War has left her scarred, and she hardly understands her own feelings anymore. She has gained what she thought she wanted, but she has lost so much in the process that she is beginning to doubt the usefulness of it all. She has almost forgotten the reasons why she returned to Firtrees at all. Her supporters, those few who she still trusts, remind her what it was to bring change, but she can scarcely recall what change looks like anymore. Her days are filled with fog that clouds her brain, and her nights are filled with strange sights, things that awe and terrify at once. Was the curse of the Sacred Order real after all? She no longer knows. All that she knows is that every night a thought suggests itself to her. There's a way to make all of this stop, if only you had more power. Power will bring an end to this. Alright, the Longsword Civil War just barely begun. That's how quickly these events are crammed here at the start of the game. Probably gonna go to the Socialists. Usually you don't go too wrong betting on the Socialists. Although we got Sunstriker clan over here, so things can get interesting if the county of Longsword wins. Very interesting indeed. Alright, but yeah, we're back under 2% mark. Improving the workers' condition while yet. Help with things. Alright. Research slot time. Bring in foreign experts. We simply don't have the knowledge to perform the kind of industrialization that we need. Whatever our opinion of them, the river ponies have a greater knowledge of industry and technology than we do, and it'd be foolish not to ask for their help in these matters. However, our people may not be impressed by our reliance on these less than trustworthy foreigners. That's going to hurt our stability and political power, but we'll get an industry bonus as well as the research slot. I want to do anti-harmony raids. Seems like a bad idea. Oh no. Farmers protest modernization. Basically, they're upset with this. We are going to always say we will press ahead. Or actually send the army in first to take care of them. The army's informing on the political opponents. Alright, we're getting some war support. We're getting some political power. We're going to like kind of periodically get things like that. Kind of okay with things. Oh, Griffonian Republic War is on over here. It's a Rose Swing breaking off. Wow, the government is looking pretty good down here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, if they can manage to keep the socialists encircled, that doesn't look like that's going to happen. Alright, we're committing. Isolationist policy. We have decided that external influence can only be a bad thing for our country. We will close our borders, trying to keep out all corrupting influences. This is going to increase the attack and defense on the core territory, but our justified war goal time is up to 100%. Again, that is fine. We will deal with it later. Sign up today. Thanks for the power. We're powered by the hour. I'm going to try to stack a few agricultural things too. Right, so our other research slot is there. One here. Might be able to get 3. Rally behind the army. Yeah, at least our war support is doing pretty. See. Oh, well, we gotta get a silent work pony for sure. We're gonna need lots of political power. We also have a workers' republic that has formed. A squabbling group of stallionists. Perfect our magic. 100% research bonus for magical weapon 1, though we're not gonna get there for quite a long time. Shinespark is not interested in war and conquest. All she cares about is power and the study of magic. We should isolate ourselves behind magical barriers so that we can perfect our society and advance our study of the magical arts. More war support. I'll take anything and everything you can give me. Maybe if the war support starts coming in steadily enough, I'll get crazy and actually do promises of peace for once, which I never do. Alright. Basic rifles. Still clipping right along, going really fast, yeah. New Hetmanet. You went fascist. Interesting. Alright. Army protests modernization. Root out those traitors. I don't care what it takes. I think we're gonna take this one. It's a heavy hit, but I think this is just me guessing. I don't know. I think if I just root out all the traitors now, I never get this event again. We will never halt the modernization. Never, 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 never. Root them out. I don't care what it takes. We gotta go fast. Rapid industrialization. Key word. Rapid. Not incremental. Rapid. Let's see, so for 90 days I'll lose war support if I do this. Instantly removed if less than 5% war support. Give us a meek. It'll give me a few percentage points of space. Get some support equipment going. I think. Think about maybe going up to partial mobilization, but I don't think it's gonna be needed at all. Maybe if it was one support for one stability, it would be nice. I guess wouldn't be balanced that way. It's a little annoying. Okay, let's start getting those crystals. This is gonna be key. Magical crystals are far more effective, if rare, sources of power than living beings. We have discovered a deposit of these rare crystals beneath Bone Drift, and now we will get them, no matter the cost. Yep, looks like the government did win after all, down here. Well, okay then. Is there anything else I want to silent ready? Could get a military theorist. Maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing. Or we could grab infantry equipment designer. A while before we can get over here. Every little bit will help. You know what? What the hell? Let's do it. Let's get that now. Fortunately, we're not going to be able to do these slave raids, but that's what the Longsword campaign is for, huh? Right now, it's going to take 358 days to get magical weapons. It could happen actually faster than that. Really start to focus on the infantry equipment, but something I would really enjoy is maybe getting more than one military factory, maybe tripling that. Alright, army is protesting modernization. Well, so much for my theory, I guess. Let's see, the army serves us, we do not serve them, and then we're gonna promote toadies to negate the bad effects. The rich have ever been the enemies of progress, so the landowners are mad about all this, and there we go. Now I'm in the negative political power. Isn't that special? Damn. What we could do is start going for that patriotic literacy campaign. There's not really a rush to do the pilgrimage. You also have to, I think, be continuously industrializing. Yeah, I probably should go down here just so I can get a full 3 going. No one wants to enlist. The army is currently a highly disreputable profession, and recruitment numbers are at an all-time low. Because of that, we are finding a large number of stallions who find themselves otherwise properly have applied for military jobs and now find themselves on a proper place in society. It would make good clerks. Okay, so it's just weakened effect right now. We might do pay raises for soldiers. Where are we at? Low army influence, moderate army. Pay raises, that's easy. History. But I think basically all this stuff can. Let's start investing in our future. What else can I do? Raises. Does not have national spirit. Competent toadies. When does that go away? Will be removed in June. Alright, well, in the meantime, let's do pay raises for the soldiers. How do I get the army influence back up again? That's the question. Do the standing army over here too. I'm gonna have to at some point. See, this stuff is gonna low as well. Officers retire. Given the low pay and lack of respect that even our higher ranking soldiers receive, it is no wonder that few want to continue in this job. Many of our soldiers are simply leaving the army and returning to civilian life. Many of them do not even want to wait to be discharged, and our weakened and apathetic military bureaucracy is unable to stop them. Maybe I do gotta take this. So, if I had a standing army, maybe people wouldn't just walk away. Okay, gonna invest in the future big time. Or agricultural tools. But let's do this real quick. Without a true standing army, we will never be a great nation. We must fully centralize and control our permanent armed forces, regardless of what the chieftain. Actually, no. Let's wait until we can promote toadies again. That could become a disaster. There's a low army. It's probably not a good idea to lower the influence so much. The soldiers' wages. Definitely not doing that ever. This is of peace. Oh, should I do it or not? On descent. Does not have spirit, low army influence. Spirit low. See. Yeah, I think I took some of this stuff in the wrong order. Traditionalists have kept control over here. And the revolution's begun over here. And owners protest modernization. No one wants to enlist. Well, damn them! The reforms go ahead. Okay, yeah, you know what? Let's just keep working on this. The sooner we can get all this done, the sooner it'll be over. Everybody complaining about the modernization. I think. Alright, we've seen in the east and the west the power of the strange device they call steam engine, fast travel, industry power, blah blah blah. That's going to be -10 stability, which will put me just above where we're at now. We won't be able to get... You know, moving to a pre-industrial society instead of an agricultural one will still be good, though. And we're still getting 1.33 political power a day, so we've at least got that going for us. And we just need... Army informs on political opponents. Nice. So we just need to be able to improve the workers' conditions again. Although the trading some manpower for stability is growing more tempting by the day, except it's half a political power point we would be paying every day as well. That'll cost me 45 political power in the end, which is not insignificant. Okay, let's just keep making clerks. Oh, because somebody needs to get promoted. Forced Revolution's done. Patriotic literacy campaign, minus 100 political power. Okay, that's a bad idea. Studying the dark arts can wait, though. Let's do magic of industry first. And I think we are gonna do. Oh, because I'm not really need my economy to be that strong right now. Druid, military theorist, army experience gain. Alright, the support stuff is done. Let's come back over here now. Sure, be happy when my monthly population increases. Only at 18 right now. It's so bad as far as what's recruitable. We gonna. Thing is, it's got me stuck. Is the low army influence? I have to do something to increase it. I have to get the pop-up where I can send the army in for the bonus. Anti-machine terrorism. They're pissed. Oh, I'll actually read this, and then we'll call it a day. Recent modernization attempts have proven extremely unpopular, and the government has proven disastrously incapable of dealing with the unrest. Gangs of dispossessed or disaffected ponies are now gathering for the express purpose of smashing and destroying as many factories and advanced machines as they can. These group have come to be called the Coglers, after Bronze Cog, a stallion who was publicly arrested and sentenced to years in prison for smashing a vital piece of factory equipment. The army has been sent to deal with them, but so far their efforts have been token and turned up nothing. The Coglers are extremely popular, especially among the rural population, and many in the army sympathize with them. It will be very difficult to put an end to this group. The situation must be reestablished. Oh, come on, give me an event where I can send the army in. Damn. Oh yeah, but I said that was going to be it for today. Okay, so in the next step, remember to also go check out my Farbrook campaign. Let me know which one you like more, and that's the one I'll prioritize. But either way, I am Conquering History Games. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.